Okay. Um, if one factor of this polynomial right here is this, we're asked to find the other factor. Okay, this just it's easy. All we need to do is to divide this polynomial by this. Okay, so let's go the long division way. Okay, so I'll put this in. Polynomial is in x raised to power 3. Now you see we don't have x raised to power 2, we don't have x raised to power 1, we don't have x raised to power 0, we just have a constant. I would like to make space for them. That way we'll be more guided. Since they are not there, I will say 0x raised to power 2. Okay, it will make it easy for us. When you have your 100 tens and unit, you don't want to miss anyone. So let's just have this here. And then for x raised to power 1, let's have 0, 2, since it's not there. Then our constant, I'm just putting the 1 there, even if the 1 is not there, same thing. Then our constant can now come in minus 8 raised to power minus 1. Now, this does not change our question in any way. As you can see, it doesn't. Okay, it's just for us to have that orderliness, because when dividing, we'll have to deal with this, but we don't have this being x raised to power 1. We don't have it in our polynomial. So I just made provision for it. So here we'll put x raised to power minus 2 raised to power minus 1 as our divisor. All right, let's start. X raised to power 3 divided by x is x raised to power 2. Okay, 2 times x is x raised to power 3. X raised to power 2 times, when I said 2 times x the first time, I meant x raised to power 2 times x. So indices, you just add power 1 plus 2. All right, now x raised to power 2 times minus 2 raised to power minus 1. First of all, put the minus, we'll put the 2 raised to power minus 1, and of course the x raised to power 2. Now you see, because we have this here, we can work. All right, we subtract. X raised to power 3 minus x raised to power 3 is 0. Now 0 minus minus 2 is like 0 minus minus 2. This is like 0 plus 2. This is like 2. Okay, so this is 2 raised to power minus 1 x raised to power 2. So let's bring down other things. Plus 0 raised to power x, 0x raised to power 1, then minus 8 raised to power minus 1. Okay, that was the first step. The second step, we'll divide again. This here divided by x. Let's do that carefully. 2 raised to power minus 1, x raised to power 2. If we divide by x, which is the same thing as x raised to power 1, because it's division indices, we'll have to subtract powers. So we'll have 2 raised to power minus 1, x raised to power 2 minus 1, because it's indices, we subtract. So 2 raised to power minus 1, x raised to power 1. Okay, so here we have 2, of course, positive, 2 raised to power minus 1, x, which is the same thing as x raised to power 1. And then now we multiply back. This times this, of course, will give us this back. So 2 raised to power minus 1, x raised to power 2. Now this times this. Okay, so this is 2 raised to power minus 1 and 2 raised to power minus 1. Before then, let's put in the right sign. Plus times minus, our last sign will be negative. Okay, that's the right sign. Then 2 raised to power minus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 1. 2 raised to power minus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 1. We'll take the common base, we'll add the powers. Minus 1 plus minus 1. That's 2 raised to power minus 1 minus and plus. This plus minus is minus. So 2 raised to the power minus 2. Excellent. So put that there, 2 raised to the power minus 2. And of course, there is no x here to multiply with this, so we'll just put it down there. Okay? Yep, we're good. Now we subtract again. This minus this, we'll get a 0. Now 0 minus, just like this, 0 minus minus 2 will end up with a 2 again. So put the 2 raised to the power minus 2x, and then we'll bring down the minus 8 raised to the power minus 1. All right, let's divide again. Of course, if we have 2 raised to the power minus 2x over x, x will just cancel x because they are both power 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So here we're going to have um, 2 raised to the power minus 2. Okay, in place just this after dividing this whole thing by x. We'll multiply, we'll get this back again. So 2 raised to the power minus 2 x, of course. Then now let's multiply this by this. First of all, plus times minus, we have a minus, a negative sign. Then 2 raised to the power minus 2 times 2 raised to the power minus 1. So 2 raised to the power minus 2 times 2 raised to the power minus 1. We add powers, that's 2 raised to the power minus 2 plus minus 1. That's 2 raised to the power minus 2 minus 1, 2 raised to the power minus 3. Beautiful. Now that's 2 raised to the power minus 3. All right. Um, we subtract again. Now these minus minus minus. So we're having minus 8. Of course, this is 0. So this is, let's do that there. Let's say minus 8 raised to the power minus 1 minus minus 2 raised to the power minus 3. This means minus 8 raised to the power minus 1, right? Minus minus is plus, plus 2 raised to the power 3 raised to the power minus 1, because this is the same thing as this. I'm doing this because I want you to see that there is an 8 here, okay? There's an 8 here, and we can actually solve this. So we can simplify it. That's what I'm trying to do. There's an 8 in here, as I can see, 2 and 3 up there. So there's an 8. So 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. That's what I wanted. Minus 1 plus minus 8 raised to the power minus 1. So you see that we're having this minus this. They're exactly the same thing. So 0. Now this is our quotient. The other factor, of course. Easy.